All right. We're working now. It looks like it's working better. Oh, great. What's up? Isaac back, Max, Sean, what's up? Third time's the charm. David, hello. Thank you for searching it out and trying to join the chat. I appreciate that. Hopefully this is way better. What's up, Stitcher? So hopefully we have no more audio problems. That would be great. But I don't know. I think I just need, maybe I probably just need a new microphone. Well, I definitely need a new laptop because this thing's a piece of junk. What's up, Dustin? Yeah, I can't, right? Can't even touch the thing. I touched the wire once the first time and then the sound went out. So, oh, great. Good. Good. At least it's working better. So I don't even remember what we were talking about. But there's a couple things that I did want to mention before the sound, before this sound. What the fuck? Oh my God. Why is this? All right. So anyway, I don't know if anyone else collected the classifieds. Try to shut me down. I got the GI late because initially I was like, I can't collect another IP. I can't do it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wait. There we go. Okay. So I got into GI Joes late. I don't know if anybody else collects them. I watched the show when I was a kid. Anybody who was my age did. Yeah, right. We are suckers. Yeah, GI Joe got me. It's just so nostalgic for me. I don't know about you, Sean, but I definitely watched it as a kid all the time, and I even remember some of the at the end of the every GI Joe episode, there's like a there's the more you know and knowing's half the battle, like things about like down power lines and not reaching up and grabbing hot pots from that are on the stove. Um, Oh, really? Got the Cobra officers today? I canceled my Cobra officers pre-orders. I can't believe I did that, but I did. Um, but I got to have the G.I. Joes late. I should have brought the G.I. Joes, but I just I can't do another stuff. I can't do another one, but I finally caved, and now I'm in GI Joes. So if you like the Joes, then that means that you've got to deal with Walmart because Walmart is the exclusive retailer for the GI Joe 6-inch retro line, which is coming out. So I don't know if anybody else ordered that type of stuff, but I did. I ordered. I got them all. I got, it was Destro, and they're on they're 6-inch figures, but they're just on the retro cards from back in the day, just like the 40th anniversary Black Series figures. And Walmart being Walmart, what do they do? So I've gotten Lady J, I've gotten Baroness, and I've gotten Gung Ho so far, and all of them came in non-padded mailers, and all of them are beat to crap. Yes, Sean. He says I just got a nice beat up Baroness in a box, but it was stuffed in a box too small, I bet, right? Um so yeah, Carter Baroness. Yeah, it looks awesome. So I got so mine came, they're all beat to crap. All the cards are bent up and everything, and it's just so disheartening to see that, like, and this is still going on. Like, I know that Hasbro tried to like make a push or whatever, like they gave their Amazon exclusives, they put them in, sometimes they put them in the cardboard box, like the Kenner Deco ones, like the what do they do? The Jawa and the and Greedo, whatever. They have them in a cardboard box. They gotta do something about Walmart. This is like another like this is for all. He's running down the center of it. Yeah, yeah, that seems to be the case too. Even in their stuff in store has creases in them, but I mean, it like got to the point where like if I ordered a figure from Walmart, I order like five, and then I keep one and return the other ones because you could pick like one good one out of the box because they're all beat to crap. And you might even get a box if you order that many. Now I don't do that anymore, just because just yeah, right. I know. Better be safe than sorry, but I don't do that anymore. But now that I got my GI Joe figures, I wish that I did because they're all, I think one of them is in decent shape. All the rest of the other ones are just busted up, and I just don't understand why Hasbro can't either put them in boxes like they did in for the exclusives for Amazon, or two, just can you not just write something in the contract for this? Yeah, I mean, you can set prices in the contract, you can set other things in the contract. Can you just put them that they have to ship them in a box? Like, I don't think that's too much to ask, right? It's an exclusive. They're giving them exclusive rights to it. Can you just not? They charge extra for it 90% of the time. You can't ship it in a cardboard box. I just put it in the contract. I don't think that that's too difficult. Yeah, I ordered multiple figures I wanted from Walmart so that it would be in a box. Even those are rough because you'll get a big shipping yeah, and the box is too big, right? I know exactly what you're talking about. They'll put like 4 figures in a massive box, so they're just bouncing around in there with no padding, which is just pretty much just as bad as getting it in a padded mailer or an unpadded mailer. So the Sky Striker, yeah. So I didn't order the Sky Striker. Looking back, I probably should have. Yeah, yeah, that's not a bad idea. They should go back to honest. They should go back to how they packaged the Saga collection, which came with a plastic case over the thing. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, just give us the jewel case or whatever. Yeah. Uh, oh, looks like somebody. So L or the lightsaber. Then he put a clown emoji. So I don't. Yeah, so I actually started collecting they only released them for a little bit, but it was the 3.75-inch Walmart exclusive Retro Joes because it looked like the figures I used to buy as when I was younger. So I started collecting them. They weren't popular at all, and they ended the line. Um, and they didn't really collections made of figures to make where it wasn't very good. Like after Storm Shadow and Roadblock and Baroness, and there was like not, and then it's guys, and some of the other ones are just like, why is this even being made right now? There's so many better figures to do. Um, so now the only ones that do are really crappy Hasbro Pulse exclusives that are on the Hasbro Pulse site, which um are not great quality. I forget what they call them now, but they're not the same as the retro figures. Um, do I collect Lego? I don't collect any Legos. I used to have a lot of Legos as a kid. I don't collect Legos anymore, just mainly because they're so damn expensive. Um, but I used to have like all this. We had like back then it wasn't Star Wars. It was like they had like pirates and they had like castles, like medieval castles, and they had what are they? Yeah, O-rings. That was the name of the O-ring figures. So and then they had what do they call it? The guys the Robin Hood, the Robin Hood type of guys who live in like trees and stuff. um yeah, so that was the type of Legos that they had back when in my day when I was a kid, when I was younger, and we had a lot of them. My sister was really into them. Um, yeah, that's a lot, especially Figuarts and Mafex. That's gonna, yeah, and He-Man, that's gonna run up the bill right there. Um, Legends too. Yeah, I never got into the Legends, just because there's just so many figures. I've just didn't get into that. I'm not huge into the Marvel universe either. I know a little bit about it. I don't know that much about it. Oh wait, Stitcher, are you the one that sent me the videos of that? Somebody sent me a videos. Somebody sent me a videos of them going into FYE and the same thing. That was you? Oh, okay. Um, I watched one of them. I didn't have time to watch all three. But yes, I've noticed that too. Um, the prices at yeah, the Black Series are like 36.99. The TVC are like 22.99. I've witnessed that as well. Um, Really, everything is overpriced there. The only thing they're kinda good for is if you like Super 7 reaction figures, they're usually pretty stocked with that stuff, or some of the, NECA stuff isn't super overpriced, and that might be because I was just talking about contracts with different retailers, with the manufacturer have. A lot of action figures have have clauses in their contracts that says how much the retailer is up to how much a retailer is able to price the figure, and that's why some of the others are relatively always the same price, and that's why some figures might be skyrocketing in price because there is no limit. Um, that's incredible. The Lando was 32.99. Who is going to pay that? See, you know what? You know what they do? Those type of stores, they don't make any sales until time, and need their boyfriend girlfriend wants that figure, find it, and the only place you can find it is FYE, but you got to pay 2.99 for it. That's when they make their money because no one else is buying that crap during the year. Yeah, even 25 is high. Yeah, Yavin Luke for 25. Poor Yavin Luke. That could have been a great figure. Well, what the figure itself wasn't bad. Wow. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, they just released a Mafex Return of the Jedi Boba. Yes. So they were up for pre-order again at both. Yeah, they were up for pre-order again at Big Bad Toy Store. They did both of them. They did, um, yeah, Yavin Luke Skywalker. Yeah, they did the Empire and the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett's for Mafex. They just were back of a pre-order. I didn't. I think it's a re-release, but yeah, those are awesome. I don't really have any although Mafex is a great company for action figures. Um, that doesn't get much play in the US. See, that's a steal. 50 bucks. Mafex Boba, $50. Hobby Link Japan. Thank you, Sean. If you want it, that's like, um, I mean, well, how much is it on? It's like it's gonna be close to 100 bucks on regular sites, right? Yeah, that's a great deal. So Mafex, and then I don't know if you guys saw, but but HS, I always say that SH Figure Arts revealed the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys saw, which looks pretty cool. He's got a new Tobey Maguire head sculpt. Yeah, so I'm not big on I the imports. Yeah, the Spider-Man looks awesome. So yeah, I try to stay away from the imports just because of I mean, I know the quality of the figure is awesome. I just don't want to get addicted or just open up that can of worms at this point. I'm trying to cut down my action figure. More sex bots. They found us. I'm trying to cut down the number of action figures that I buy. So, um, that's why. Although $50 for the Mayfex Boba is right now, I might have to check that out. The live stream. It's a pretty good deal. Yeah, right. Michael Jerry says, "I'm surprised they haven't made a carbonized Skiff Lando yet." Yeah, they'll probably. I don't know what they're gonna do with all the Skiff Landos they're gonna have. Yep. So I'm waiting for the inevitable put awful retail name here. Exclusive unmasked Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Yeah, that's coming. Definitely coming. Um so yeah, so I saw the Toby earlier today. I thought that it was worth bringing up because it looked pretty awesome. Um Also what I saw, I don't know if there's anybody else who collects the Heyman collection for Jurassic Park, but there's digital renders of the Dr. Ellie Sattler coming that came out, and uh, she comes with a big leaf, and she's a paleontologist. She comes with a big leaf, and she comes with interchangeable hands, like interchangeable like forearms and hands that are covered in shit, like the poo hands, like dino droppings. That's one big pile of shit from the movie. She comes with crap hands that are covered in crap, which I thought was interesting. But I posted them on my Instagram. More sex bots. We can't get away from the sex bots. They know where we're at all times. Um, yeah, it's crazy, right? Like who would have thought that they would have done that? Um, oh, that also reminds me. I wanted to ask everybody: did everybody get their pre-orders in for the Boba Fett in disguise and the Doctor Mindbender? If you were trying to get the Doctor Mindbender, because they had them all week during San Diego Comic-Con. I posted on my Instagram when they were available. But you had to be like it was at certain times of the day, but they were there for like every day. But um oh, you didn't get it, so they were up for pre-order. Right. Oh, good for you. You didn't I didn't want either. Yes, it is just an expensive repaint. But if I didn't order it, I knew I would regret it later. Although rationally, I probably, I realized it was just a repaint. So, yep, exactly. So, yeah, just spray paint your own. Um, but yeah, so I ordered them both one of the first days. Hopefully, it doesn't get canceled. But I know they were up the other day. I posted on my Instagram when they were available. So hopefully everybody got theirs. Um, I also, huh, yeah. So I was just hoping everybody got it. I wanted everybody to get it if they wanted to. Um, I thought that if you collect GI Joes, that Doctor Mindbetter set is pretty awesome. So I was hoping that everybody would get that. Even I think it's gonna be yes, that'd be great. So I also wanted to. So does anybody have anything they want to ask or talk about? I know we only got a few people in here because of today. That's what's crappy about the sound breaking, and I have to go into different ones, like start new live streams because we lose all these people and it's hard to find. I know if you're searching for it, it's going to come up as different things. Um, yeah. So unfortunately, uh, like I mean, in one way that makes the better. So troop builder sets, yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea. I think that smash the like. Thank you, Mark. So I think they said this had to be like a year ago at least that they said that they were gonna. I know they were gonna, or it might have just been I don't know if they said specifically, but they definitely said that they wanted to do like that, like the army building type of figures, like the Marvel Legend ones, kind of like when the Marvel Legend ones were revealed. They said that I think they gave the example of the Stormtrooper, the Imperial Stormtrooper. So it hasn't materialized yet, but I think you know, clone officers. Yeah, that would be cool. I would love that. See, they need to. I think if they, you know, the problem was I didn't order the His tank, but I am going to order the His tank. Definitely going to order the His tank. I'm not going to miss out on that because it looks pretty awesome. And this is interesting. Okay, so Wheels of Chaotic Doom, interesting. I pulled the pin on the GI Joe classifieds and Transformers. I don't know much about Transformers, but once Star Wars Black Series goes full windowless, I'm out. Masters of the Universe Origins is a line I'll keep going. NECA TMT, NECA Ninja Turtles too. Yeah, so interesting. Yes, I think that, I mean, I think that the change in packaging is probably gonna make a lot of people do the same thing. I mean, I don't think they realized what percentage of the action figure community is actually inbox collectors, and they don't wanna see the box. They wanna see the figure in there. Um, and and I think those people are just gonna concentrate on collecting the old ones, or they're just gonna leave the Star Wars IPs at all. Maybe just concentrate on TVC. This guy, Wheels of Chaotic Doom, says that he's just out straight up. So I don't think they realize that this is what's gonna happen. I also think that it's gonna give Hasbro an excuse to get lazy with the paint apps because you can't see the figure inside. You have to buy it first, and that means that you know people aren't going to be so picky as what like if the eyes aren't centered or whatever or different detail you're looking for. So I think that paint apps will probably suffer, and I think that might it's definitely going to affect the you know how many figures you bought. I think it's definitely going to affect action figure collecting in Star Wars um, as a whole because of that. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, you know, that stuff doesn't happen. But I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do inbox style for some of my figures if I'm because I just don't want like a box with a picture on it to display. I think that's corny. I don't know. Um, but you know, there are so many lines out nowadays that you know there isn't like a lack of things to collect. So unfortunately for Hasbro, people might move to other things and leave Star Wars behind. Yeah, so anyone think that Hasbro should make a website where you can order a custom action figure? Someone could make themselves a Stormtrooper Mando Rebel photoreal tech. So yeah, so I think they're on the way to doing that. They already did the I forget what it's called. You guys know what it is. Where you can put your own face on different figures, bodies. Um, that's coming out. I said I wasn't a big fan of it, but some people thought it was a good idea. You know, it's not something for me, but other people might want. So I think that I mean, you know, Nike does it for certain shoes, and I think we're moving towards that where you can customize your action figure. They're probably gonna have to start doing that at some point just to stay relative in the market um, because I think they're gonna more people are gonna start stepping away from collecting, like I just said, and they're gonna need to make more moves to not only make action figure collecting more personalized, but just get more people to actually do it. So I think that's just around the corner. As Out of the Basement suggested, we need a Legion line, like a line of strictly army builders, all the types of clones that have. Yes, yes, yes. So I mentioned that before that I think army builder line should be coming. Um, it's just such a easier way to get more figures out there. It helps more action figure photography, helps more figures or more people get the figures they want and not pay $40 for an Imperial Stormtrooper or, you know, $80 for two or whatever it's going to cost you. Um, Yeah, I do think that's a great idea. I didn't know that Out of the Basement suggested that. Oh, yeah, I think that's awesome. Yeah, so we'll see how the perfect vision with Windowless. Yeah, I think so too. They switch back. Um, yeah, I was the same. I'm one of those people that need weirdos. He said, not people. I said people. He said weirdos. That need like two figure. I usually would buy two. That's just the way that I kind of did it. It made me feel more comfortable of having two in case I had to get rid of one or one got destroyed or wrecked in some way through, you know, forces unknown. So yeah, I do the same thing, but but like I said before, I'm stepping away from doing that, and it's because of some of the just Hasbro's decisions Star Wars wise, and I think that making the packaging windowless is one of those things that's going to make people stop collecting as they have and not sell as many figures. I mean, I'm not going to get two at every figure now if it's like that. I'm Obviously, I'm not gonna get two of every figure when it's, like, repacks and stuff and, like, all the figures are repacks. We got, like, credit collection and all this stuff. I'm not gonna get two of those. I think that the market is just oversaturated so much with Star Wars action figures now that, a lot of us, the more hardcore collectors, are starting to get disinterested, and I think they're doing it in a way to bring more people in, but it's having the opposite effect on the hardcore collectors. But it might actually be bringing in new people. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. But they're not the type of fans that are going to buy every two of every figure, though, for sure. Right? That's the problem with these windowless packaging. What did he say? Where is it? eBay is really gonna hurt. Imagine selling a $90 figure and having someone open up and it having rocks in it because you can't see what's in it because of the windowless packaging. Yeah, things like that's are gonna happen. Selfie series. Thank you, Isaac. Yeah, the selfie series. Um, yeah. So the only toys that work good with windowless packaging are vehicles and playsets because you can't display them so much inside the package. Although I liked when in some of the lines where they were able to like display what's in there without it just being a box. But yeah, I mean you can't expect that every time. Some of the stuff you got to put together. But yeah, that's the only time where I want my stuff to be, windowless is a vehicle like it's narcissistic series. That's right. That's, yep, that's what the selfie series is. Yeah. Um So yeah, Hasbro does the GI Joe line as well. So yeah, I also think it's interesting that they're not doing super crazy like repaints and repacks so much with the other lines that they do. Just Star Wars, which seems I don't know. I think that seems counterproductive. I don't know why they would only do it with Star Wars, although I think they figure that Star Wars is their most lucrative of all the lines. There's no carbonized GI Joe figures. There's no carbonized Power Rangers, you know? So, I don't sometimes they go months and months without releasing any GI Joe figures. I mean, before this last batch, it had been like 6 months or something. So, I don't know. It's unfortunate. I just yeah, the box without yeah, the windowless box, I don't think it's bringing in new collectors either. I think that's something. Well, I don't know, maybe people are no, I don't know. Um, I was thinking more um, like the Halloween figures or the credit collection figures or the holiday figures that we haven't gotten yet from last year. Do I think they'll change back to the window after they suffer? Maybe. I hope they do. That's what I'm hoping. I'm also thinking about this earlier today, and I'm kind of thinking like maybe they need to start like a whole new 6-inch line and not call it the Black Series anymore. What do you guys think about that? Just a new line. We can start fresh, see what they put together, and have it not be the Black Series. Bubble Mailer, yeah, man. So I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier because we're like so many figures deep in the Black Series. Like maybe it's time for something fresh and new. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Why can't Hasbro just offer a loose option on Pulse? That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, maybe for some people they don't care. Hmm. That's interesting. And think about that. Wheels of Chaotic Doom. Yeah, so he's got 3 waves of the Ponda Baba wave and his Black Series wave on the pegs, and it's not moving. That's what happens when they. So I don't know why they do this, but they ship like 1 or 2 waves at a like first, and then they wait like 8 months, and then they'll ship like 3 or 4 at the same time. Where everyone who wanted those figures have already figured out and bought it over the last couple months. So now these new figures that you made are just going to sit there and then they go on clearance or whatever. And if you just, initially put more figures out or maybe distributed them a little bit faster, that wouldn't be a problem. That happens all the time. They've always done it that way. I don't know why. Yeah, it's probably the most expensive license. Yeah, I'm sure there's issues with the new line, but wow, the sex bots found us again. Black Series Star Wars should be identified in isolation. Um, yeah, so yeah, I think they're promoting what's hot in Disney right now, sure. Over old stuff. The Star Wars team is out of touch. They're forcing anything new trilogy and Mando versus stuff that sells like Clone Wars. Yeah, I think they're concentrating too much on the new stuff. That's always been the case, I guess, since the sequel trilogy came out, when like all of the figures were from the sequel trilogy, and it was very difficult to find anything else. Um, you thought that during the last was time. I mean, the Star Wars action figures were in the red, where I mean, all you could find on the shelves were sequel trilogy figures. It's what we collectors who were there back here refer to as the dark times of Star Wars. The dark times of Star Wars collecting, not of Star Wars, but of Star Wars collecting, where um all you could find was trilogy figures. Anything that was not sequel trilogy that was released was immediately bought, and that was all that was left was sequel trilogy figures on the shelves. And they overproduced them to such a point where they couldn't sell them for $5. And I'm hoping that they learned something from that. Probably they didn't, and they'll blame it on us. It was our fault, the collector. So I don't know. Those were the dark times. Well, I think he meant by sequel trilogy stuff. I think he kind of just meant new Disney Star Wars stuff. Um, Black Series should be 6-inch figures, nothing else. Well, I didn't want to change the size of them. I just meant like a new 6-inch line, do something different. Yeah, I don't want Black Series to start making the Black Series 3.75-inch figures that they canceled the vintage collection to release were Garbage figures with garbage packaging. Wow, I'm jealous of vintage collectors. Wow. I don't think that's said a lot. But I guess, I mean, recently the vintage collection has been getting some better quality figures than the Black Series figures, especially, well, as we've seen, like as we've seen from like their Boba Fett selection. Yeah, they got the yeah, but those were old figures that they re-released. Shea Vizsla and the Republic Trooper. Those, yeah, mine. I don't know if my Shea Vizslas came, but yes, those were awesome re-releases. They should have re-released them a long time ago. Um, yes, Vintage Collection has a lot of creative sets compared to Black Series, which has almost none. Yep. Vintage Collection has a lot of potential. It's easier to make those sets because the Vintage Collection is smaller, but um if you want, like, Land Speeder Luke, he's usually in here, and yeah, David, I agree with that statement for sure. Um, Black Series Shea Vizsla would be great. But you know what is? I think the Black Series team kind of misses out a lot on what you could be releasing in Black Series as like playsets or just main accessories. Like there's a couple guy what it's Landspeeder Luke and there's another guy that I follow, I forget. They do a lot of 3D printing of like accessories and like sets that you can do for action figure photography for Black Series, and they're really cool things that he puts together. So I think that they're kind of missing the boat on not even thinking very creatively and what they can release for Black Series that would make it awesome. Chief Chipper, what up? So if you guys check out Landspeeder Luke's page on Instagram, and there's another one, I forget what it is. And he recently 3D printed an at head that he was using for figure photography. He does a lot of things, and it's really cool. Um, so I wish that the Star Wars team would start doing something like that. I think that type of stuff would sell. Unfortunately, though, if they did do that, they would charge ridiculous prices for it, and then it would sit on the shelf and no one would buy it. Um, and it's unfortunate because you can buy some of this 3D printed stuff from these people and they'll sell it to you and people can make their own now. So I don't understand why the prices need to be so high if you're going to have some Black Series vehicles or accessories for uh for action figures photography. What toy Yeah, the 6-inch line should have their own name and just for the toys. Yeah, it shouldn't the six should be Black Series, like no helmets or yeah, they should be called something else. I definitely agree with that. If Hasbro lost the Star Wars license, what toy line would you like to get the license? That is a very difficult question. Yeah. If I wanted to collect figures from with fancy sealed packaging with no windows, then I could just save all the high res images from the internet and forego paying these inflated prices. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Watto with accessories. That's cool. Pit Droid. Creatively destitute for sure. In Hasbro's defense, Disney and Lucasfilm charge ridiculous royalty fees for the brand. Yep, and it's probably why we get lackluster releases. And I think that that might be true. However, I think that if that is the case, then you're spreading the Star Wars budget way too thin. Um, you shouldn't be trying to do all these comic figures and you have a small budget for that. And then we have a small budget for the credit collection. Let's just all concentrate it on one good Black Series 6-inch line instead of spreading it so thin with all of these other types of releases. Let's budget and just make the figures good. Why don't you make the waves smaller? Like, I don't there shouldn't be 7 new figures in a wave when they're all like Frankensteins made from first start, 4 figures in each wave. There were new figures, obviously, because the line was new. Maybe if you concentrate less on trying to make more stuff and more on making better stuff and using the money there, I think that a lot of collectors would be a lot more happy. Hey guys, here's another credit collection Mando. What do you mean more OT? What do you mean more OT characters? Nonsense. Yes, a third credit collection Mando. All right, so I think McFarlane has to do 7-inch, because a lot of like if you get the rights to do different figures, it's hard to get rights to do 6-inch figures, and that's why NECA and McFarlane do 7-inch, because a lot of times the rights for 6-inch figures for different things are um, already owned by someone, or are extremely or much more expensive. Wow. Yeah, they'll trade the carbonized line for the goldized line, silverized line. Yeah, 4 or 5 new figures in a wave, I think, is more manageable. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, more concentration. You don't need to go all over the place. I don't know if it would be a better idea to concentrate each wave specifically on a movie or an IP like Clone Wars, or to mix them up. I don't know. But yeah, I think we're on something. We're on to something with that. Yeah, Black Series should make more diorama sets. Power of the Force 3-pack release. I think, yeah, like I was just saying, I think that that's an avenue that they're lacking on, that Hasbro isn't even thinking about using. I think that they're just not creatively looking at different ways that they can maximize the Black Series, and other than repaints and repacks. They just think we'll just do more credit collection figures. We'll just do this. We'll just do that. That's just more repaints and repacks, and that's how we'll do this. When you see a lot of Black Series collectors that are making stuff, just like you're saying, diorama sets, not diarrhea sets. We don't want any diarrhea sets. And are 3D printing them themselves, and they look awesome, and they're doing some great action figure photography with them. And I think if you concentrated on that more, Hasbro, because that's so if you want to talk about different sections of action figure collecting community, there's the inbox guys that are already getting alienated. There's also some overlap into the toy photography guys that take stuff. Six spots are back again. That stuff really, really seriously, and if you can start catering them with more releases that they want to use, that's an avenue that a lot of toys haven't even considered to start doing yet. But you know what? A pretty good question is, who would you want as a toy manufacturer for Star Wars? It's hard to say. I don't know, because it would have to be a big company, and it would have to be someone who can seriously mass produce them, and it would have to be a company that does photo tech for the faces, which is why McFarlane might be. That's a great point. Wheels of Chaos Doom. When collectors have to create their own stuff, it really shows how creatively are. True. You shouldn't have to do that. And but Hasbro should be abreast of what's going on, what action figure collectors are doing. Like, are doing these action figure photography. They're 3D printing stuff. They're 3D printing their own figures. People are 3D printing guns, for Christ's sakes. Working guns. So if you're Hasbro, you have to think like, not only should we get on top of that, but we should also we should also keep that in mind when we're releasing stuff, that we're competing now with collectors making their own stuff. So the quality control over at Hasbro needs to be better. Your ideas have to be better if you're going to be competing against action figure collectors' own creations, which kind of actually makes me think that, the people on the Star Wars team probably really aren't action figure. No. No, the sound is gone again? Please tell me it's not gone. Alright, good. Jeez. I'm just gonna lose my mind. Anyway. So, I don't know. Do you think they come up with great ideas? Maybe, that's probably maybe, but uh, the only reason that would make me think that that might not be the case is the fact that, the ideas that do get past that, the lightsaber have those ideas that get through somehow. So, I'm kind of assuming that if that's the best they can come up with for something as big as HasLab, then their other ideas are probably not so good. So I don't know. It's kind of like a long rambling rant on almost nothing. But it's getting late, so I think unless there's something else you can talk about, because I'll definitely answer some questions or discuss with you what you think. You know, that is an interesting. I personally feel Hasbro is trying to get collectors to move to the TVC exclusively. Seems they are purposely killing the 6-inch line. That is insane. That you're doing things so horribly bad that collectors think that you're purposely trying to destroy the toy line. I mean, that says something, Hasbro. That says something about where you are right now. Legacy collection, yeah. I thought the Legacy collection was a great collection. I still have some of the Legacy collection figures. But you know what? I don't know if they'd maybe they would, I don't know. Oh, well, I answered this at the beginning of the stream, but do you have your own room for figures and collectibles, or do you hang your stuff or your stuff around the house? So I don't have. I most of my stuff is in storage containers right now. I don't have a ton of stuff out, just because I don't have a place to put it right now. Oh, that reminds me, guys. Oh, what's up? What is it, Valoni? Welcome, Valoni. So I don't have a place to put it. I recently sold a bunch of my stuff. It wasn't anything that it was just stuff that I had for doubles. But I wish I could do that. That'd be great. This also reminds me, I found a better picture for is he there? Oh, I gotta change it because it didn't. that background wasn't clear. But I found a great guy. My IG is it's at Toy Collector Star Wars. At Toy Star Wars. That's what it is. So I got a new picture for the Academy Addicted Monkey, but I have to go get the background and make the background clear. It looked like wasn't clear. I haven't seen it. I don't remember if anyone's posted I don't think so. I don't think so. Um, yeah, the Watchful Dread is my horror one. That's the monkey. Look, the monkey. There's the monkey. He's double fisting. He's got wine in one hand. He's got a beer in the other hand. The sex spots are here. So yeah, that's the monkey. I gotta switch the background though. I didn't know that it wasn't transparent. So that monkey is really he's making a lot of bad decisions. So Dad Toy Collector Star Wars. That's my Instagram. Um, so hey, what's up, Halo? Um, I got a couple things to give away that we probably should do. Because it's getting late and let me see. Yeah, because it's getting pretty late. Unless there's something else you guys want to discuss or have questions about or comments to make. Nice, thank you. Wheels of Chaotic Doom, welcome. Welcome to the Instagram page. Hopefully, I don't make you spend too much money because that's what most of my posts are about. All right. When is the XCKC video coming out? What I gotta finish is my one on the lightsaber lab. But after that, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I have to come up with an idea. What I'm gonna do. I gotta think of something. I have like a list going of stuff that I probably should do, but I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be. Hopefully, I can come up with something that's funny. Oh, like a funny idea. I don't know though. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. At the end of almost all of my videos, I ask for suggestions of videos that I should do. So if you have suggestions, I'd be more than happy to hear them. I actually was able to pre-order Wondar. It did come in the mail. Why Marvel? I don't know the answer to that one though. Hold on to your butts. No, I don't know why Marvel Legends is better than Black Series. I don't know much about Marvel Legends. I don't collect Marvel Legends. But yes, if you do have any suggestions, you can let me know in the comments. A top 10, that's a good one. Yeah. Top 10 TVC wish list. Did I do one for TVC before? I don't know. That's a good one. I usually do a Black Series one too. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let me write that down actually. But anyway, let's try to let's give something away. You know what? Darth Clueless. I don't know if you've said that multiple times to me, but people keep asking me for a video of all the clones or the Clone Wars figures from 3.75 inch. Sound is not working again. All right, we'll do the giveaway very quickly. Wish list for TVC Black Series. Okay. Top 10 Patrick from Hasbro quotes. I like that one. That's funny. Um, Top 10 Kathleen Kennedy replacements. Hopefully she's on the way out. What is this? Top 10 original Clone Wars series figures. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta, yeah. Those are not, and none of those are bad. I don't know who I would come up with. Sound isn't working? All right. So we're gonna do the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway. Um, can anyone hear me? Oh, it works? Okay, it's working. All right, good. Um, question. Okay. All right, great, 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 great. We'll do it. Try to do it. Oh, this is what I have. I got a Fennec Shand, but the card is. This is how they all came. I got a few of them, and they all came busted. So I have a Fennec Shand, and I have, what is this? The new Ahsoka. The new Ahsoka from the Mandalorian Ahsoka. Mandalorian Ahsoka. So, all right, good. Everyone can hear me. Let me think. Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna say? What can we do? What's Oh, okay, 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 okay. Um, oh, what is your favorite? No problem, Sean. What is your favorite? What is the movie you love to watch on a Saturday afternoon? Maybe hungover, or a kid and you watch it on like TBS or something. Saturday afternoon movie when you're not feeling not feeling well. What's your favorite? I have like 3 or 4 in my head. That is a great answer. You know what? I'm just gonna go with Darth Knight Prime. I'm just gonna go with the first one. That was great. Right off the bat with Goodfellas. Oh, that reminds me, if you won last week, I didn't get a chance to mail your stuff, so I will mail it this week with this stuff. So Darth Knight Prime. Where you at, son? Which one do you want? Predator is an excellent actor. So Darth Knight Prime, I have the Boba Fett. We have Fennec Shand, but it's busted. I hope you're an opener. It's right here, Fennec Shand, but the card is busted, and I have Mandalorian Ahsoka. Ahsoka? All right, cool. So, don't leave the chat yet. So, because this one is busted, because it's all busted and it's like not a very expensive figure, is there anyone who wants it? You can just have it. I'm not going to have a question. There's not a lot of people in here, so if there's someone who wants this for sure, I will send it to you. All right, Stitcher, you got it. So Stitcher and Darth Knight Prime. So Stitcher, I'm gonna send it to you. And Darth Knight Prime, you got the other one, so I need you guys to contact me. Do you? I know Stitcher. I know Stitcher. You follow me on Instagram. What about Darth Knight Prime? Do you follow me on Instagram? The sex bots again. More sex bots. Are you okay? So just message me on Instagram if you want. Tell me what you want. Not. Yeah, the sex bots are very. So yes, just message me on Instagram and say that you won and tell me which one that you did win, and I'll mail them out next week. So yeah, so this was great. I wish the audio worked. Next time I won't touch this cable, And maybe maybe I should get a new microphone too. This was very old. But yes, you got it? So Stitcher, you heard me, right? Stitcher, you heard me, right? You guys know you're gonna message me on Instagram? Yeah, it's an old one. It's a few years old, so maybe I'll get a new mic. Um, yeah, no, well, should be a Black Series Boba Fett with Throne coming soon, right? Um, uh, everybody, that's great. I would um, hopefully it works better next time. Um, yes. So, so like I said, this is great. Like I say every single time, I always look forward to these because I don't get to talk a lot with other collectors for sure. Um, and I like to be able to converse with you guys. So, and talk about action figures. So tomorrow I'm gonna be down at ChrisCon in Taunton, Mass. The information is on my Instagram. It's like a collector con just for action figures and stuff. So it's 10 to 2 tomorrow. If anyone's local, maybe you should stop by. It's only $5. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next week. Unless something changes, I'll let you know. And thanks a lot for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you next week. I think because one of the guy who started it, his name is Chris. I think it's like the third or fourth year they were doing it, and they're gonna have like toy photography stations. You could bring your stuff and giveaways and I don't know a bunch of stuff. I just want to check it out because I want to meet some of the local collectors. That's why, because I don't, like I said, I don't know a ton of them. So all right, guys. So I'll see you next week. I hope you have a good weekend. All right, guys. Bye.